So I refreshed myself in a nearby river. Also necessary, stay awake for the hike to get back to the house and not fall asleep while talking and walking. Yeah, I was talking about foods, fruits, vegetables, medicinal plants here in South America, or in general, and especially certain substances, some I call drugs, how they played a part, how I see them, how I interpret all of nature, and that will be also a big topic because that changed also a lot in my life, my daily diet, nutrition, and the outlook and opinion on these kind of different topics. And yeah, so for now, this is it. This is what I wanted to share with myself, with you, and I will continue the hike now and maybe do some trail running for some part to keep him more active or to tire him a little bit out. Yeah, it's necessary, and I think it's also very helpful. Exercising, sports, big topic also. And yeah, I will see in the next certain days and weeks how we'll develop all that, whether I'll do it static, being at my cabin or at a certain place, also in the forest, but sitting down and talking, or combining it what I'm doing right now, hiking and talking also. I think for this topic related videos, especially really with a certain scripted out, I think for me it's also easier and more helpful to sit down and to follow a certain structure with space for spontaneity, if that's the word, to be spontaneous. Always good to have several options. An alternative. Also good in life, right? There's always alternatives. There's not the way. Even for myself, there's so many different ways, and a little bit slippery, as you can see. Oh, I think we're getting closer to another river, so I might continue to record, to take you with me, as this is the first time actually I'm here in this spot. I've been at several other spots before around, yet as you can imagine, the Andes mountains, big forests. Oh yeah, if you can hear it in the background, if the microphone gets the sound of it. He's so happy, and I'm so happy he's happy. See? A nice connection, being happy for each other. Yes, we're getting closer. Absolutely. Getting a little bit more wet on the ground. Moist. Yeah, we're getting there. Oh yes, that's the new part. Maybe it's the same river? I don't know. I will see. I will find out in just a couple of moments. Ah, okay, now I see where we are. I recognize the spot. It's been here, I think, it's been a long time since I was here last time. It's like 2 or 3 months, maybe even more. So watch out. Now I'll look more on the ground, not to get too wet. Oh, I see where we are. Hey, beautiful, beautiful. So I can follow along the river. The sound probably is, I will talk a little bit louder now because the sound is getting stronger of the water. We're actually close by. I will show you the little bridge in a moment. The water taking you down with me. So here you go. Ah, a newer bridge. I think this wasn't here the last time I was here. Whoa, man, you're strong. What a jump. I think I didn't record that. Yeah, there's also some pipes here. Or people living around. Sure, making use of the water. Fresh water from the mountain rivers here. And on our property where I live right now, we also have certain pipes connected to the close by rivers. Well, why not? Making use of the fresh water for different purposes. Man, he's a German Shepherd and so strong. Just out of the instant from one point. Really nice, I love that. And keep running. Woo! For me, I'm used to the height here, 2000, I think we're on 2500, 2600 approximately. Yeah, it feels so different than, for example, in Europe. If you're on 2500 or 600, it looks quite different, as you can imagine. But the nature, biodiversity here, awesome. Yeah, for him it seems to be nothing. Running around, jumping, looking around, waiting for me. Man, where are you? Come, come. Exactly. So, and it changed a lot, as you can see now. We get into a different environment again. Different, how do you call it, style of trees, type of plants. And within minutes. So, continuing for the last part of the hike and for the last part of the video also. Yeah, you might see some cuts. Also experimenting with that a little bit in the program I'm using to edit my videos. And for me as a beginner to maybe medium advanced, but more likely a beginner in terms of video and sound editing, without affiliation, mentioning the program, without certain connection, CapCut. I can definitely recommend it from my side, as it helps me with a nice dashboard, easy to see, easy to navigate, to make the certain little adjustments. As what I mentioned earlier, I want to keep the videos, oh nice, some birds, keep the video editing to a minimum and just adjust certain small elements. For example, the audio, definitely the voice, the audio, and maybe make it a little bit more stable, as it's more like a steady, how do you say it, this is more like an action cam. Not a steady cam, more like an action cam, a bit shaky. Well, keeps it authentic, and with the setup of a selfie stick, I think it keeps it also natural as I'm hiking and walking, moving all at the same time. Yeah, I will continue my journey. Not only the hike, but the journey I set myself out to. Step by step. It was not like one day where I decided I will do this or this and will go this direction. It's a smooth and ongoing process. A steady and daily process. Ooh, this is nice. I like this small way. Hello. Trail, as you can see. Sometimes he's guiding me, sometimes I'm guiding him, but mostly now when I'm recording, he's guiding me. He's leading the way. Yes, as I mentioned, I will continue this way for the hike and on my path, step by step, being open for inspiration, for change, for new thought processes. Yet, with the elements I'm mentioning all the time in this video, holistic aspect of life. And I think if you open up yourself, what I mentioned earlier, to the universe, it can be really helpful, as I think each and every one of us is born with certain strength and a certain creativity, a certain how do you call it, gift, maybe from the universe or from God, however you define it. I think each and everyone is born with a certain specialty. What makes us us, what makes me me, what makes you you, what makes him, this dog, him. Sure, it's always what it plays a big part is, 1 second, whoop, here we go. Plays a big part is our surroundings, right? Circumstances, parents, family, and so on and so on. Yet inside of us, and that's what I mean, listening to your heart, listening to the universe, hearing your gut feeling, not only for the hunger and the appetite, for your health, and also if something feels right, if you know what I mean. This feels right to you, or it doesn't feel right to you, right? It can be something totally different for me and for you. Yet I think if we look at the core principle of it, I think each and everyone grows up in a certain comfort zone, in a certain bubble, which is totally different and individual for each and everyone. Yet I think one step out of this comfort zone, one step out of the normal daily routine, one step, maybe might be one tiny step, changing the direction, maybe to your workplace, taking a different route, going to a different supermarket, going and to do something totally different, might be at first really hard, right? To take 10 steps out of your comfort zone, or do something totally out of your norm, out of the contrary, totally contrary to what you usually does, might be too hard at the beginning. So that's why for me personally, whenever I was faced with a huge challenge in the past, it felt really hard and almost impossible, and I didn't want to do it because the mountain was too big to see the part behind, the way when you reach the top of the certain mountain, metaphorically speaking. And so I suggest what helped me personally, and that's all this channel is about: personal recommendation, as personal recommendations, as it's not one. Yet personal experiences and opinions, thoughts, everything. And I want to mention it all the time, as it's truly important for me. Everything I say and mention here might be my opinion, my observation, my thoughts on a certain topic and on a certain idea. So, or if I mention explicitly something I say that somebody else said, for example. And so this journey continues as I get inspired daily. And the point I wanted to make is the tiny things, taking tiny steps, small steps. For somebody it might be changing the bakery, going to a different bakery, or maybe clothing wise, put on a different shirt, like a different color you've never worn before, something like that. I mean, it can be everything, and I know also it's not that easy for each and everyone. So, and we're not facing the same circumstances. So something I say right now might be almost impossible or very difficult for you in your situation. And I wish each and everyone who's facing trials and tribulations in his life and difficult, almost impossible to overcome situations, the full strength, the full energy, belief and faith, especially health, bodily, mentally, the clarity, and also the possibility to open yourself up to the world, even though it might be hard. And for me, I also want to use this channel to speak really openly and frank. Hello Frank. Yeah, about all the difficult topics as well. You know, depression and negativity in our lives, difficult situations we've been facing or we faced, and how to overcome them, or better to say, maybe one way to overcome them, or one option, one possibility, a certain possibility. Ooh, nice, beautiful bird. Several of them, and he's waiting. Waiting, looking back. Hey man, where are you? Yes. So I want to leave it as that for now. Yeah, I wish you all the best for your journey, and that you might find some inspirations in the small moments of life. Can be, yeah, for me right now, seeing a bird sitting itself down on a tree, my dog fully happy and enjoying the hike. You know, might not be that small, so to say, but for some people, or for some, yeah, it might be a small thing. And a lot of times as humans, I think, me definitely included, we're looking for the bigger things, the bigger success, the bigger steps to make a more and profound and deeper impact on something, or we just look through society and through the eye of our surroundings at a certain situation and diminish it, because in the eye of maybe society or a big group of people, it doesn't seem like too much, and just really like nothing. I was just put it away, and I've done it a lot in the past. You know, when I, for example, enjoyed a beautiful meal, some food, a lot of times I ate it, enjoyed it while eating, and then it was over, then it was gone. My stomach was full, and I was sometimes already thinking about the next meal, without appreciating what I just had. What I just had, and this makes it, I think, harder. Oh, the camera should watch out for that. I think that makes it harder to appreciate the small things if we, yeah, always maybe only appreciating the bigger things in life, right? So a raise on the job site, or something related to that, money-wise. And also, there's also a big topic, financials and all of that are important in our lives, absolutely. And as long as we live in this world right now, and that's what I'm doing, money plays a part. Money plays an important part, and it can be a really, really helpful tool, and a really, really helpful tool to provide, yeah, a safer, maybe a good life. Absolutely. Yet it's one tool, one part of many parts and many tools and many aspects of a holistic life. It's not the important or the most important part for me. I'm talking from my perspective. And also sports, nutrition, it's not the most important. I think personally there's not the number one. I think all aspects play a certain part and us to a certain importance in our lives, and the combination of all that makes it so beautiful. And I'm getting closer to the street, exit of the trail, one of the many here, and I want to leave it at that for today. As you can see, when I'm hiking, the next thought pops into my head, and yeah, I think if I can sum it up for today, the points, and especially for me, it's really helpful to sum it up. I'm summing it up for you, but first and foremost for myself, because in the past I talked and talked and talked without analyzing what I just talked about, or what I just heard, or what I just read, and so on. And I'm gonna stay here for the last moments. Woo! To catch your breath also. Yes, intense and nice. Catch your breath, and before going closer to the street, where the noise of course will be, much, how do you say? The noise will be much louder. It will be much louder due to the cars and more people and all of that. And yeah, my dog is also waiting for me, greeting another hiker. So more people, more noise. That's why I'm gonna stay here for the last moments of my video for today. Oh, actually pretty tired also. It was a long day, long days, lots to do. And yeah, so I try my best to sum it up for myself, because after I'm done with the video now, I'm also writing down. I have a certain script before, like a broad outlay of what I want to talk about, and like a certain script to what direction I want to go into in the video, especially going forward for the videos, talking about certain specific topics, you know, making the playlists topic related and so on and so on. You know, what are my pillars, the columns of my holistic lifestyle I'm striving for, I'm living, and I'm doing my best to accomplish each and every day. It's like a mission. Like a lot of you people might heard of David Goggins, another big and huge inspiration, and he's really direct, you know, with what he's saying. And he also mentioned it's a constant war in your head and in your body, between what are you going to do the next moment, deciding, you know, because each and everything we have is the present moment. And so it's really, really important to take control, I think, of your mind. And if you can't do that, it's hard. It's sometimes it seems almost impossible. And so, yeah, I also want to take you with me on that journey, how I'm going to do it, or how I am doing it right now, and what helped me, what inspirations I got. And yeah, for this video, I think I can sum it up with 3 topics: dogs, nature in general, the forest, nature, dogs, and the small things. Appreciating the small things in life, in your daily routine, in your daily life, and finding those small, tiny things, but not striving and looking for it. I think the world, life will offer it to you, if in case you're walking through life with open eyes. And for me, sometimes one eye is closed, both eyes closed, or they almost open. But sometimes, as of right now, I feel like it. In those days, my eyes are wide open to take in life, to appreciate, and also to give back. And in that regard, finding peace and tranquility, also in the moments, in the harsh moments, in the hard moments. So appreciating the small moments, maybe a short conversation with a neighbor, or with the cashier at the checkout, you know, at a restaurant or a supermarket, a small tiny conversation, just a tiny hello, how are you, I wish you a good day, a smile, greeting someone. Something like that can make such a big and huge difference, not only in your life. For example, if I greet somebody with hello, how are you, with a smile, and the person is greeting me back, and I'm doing good, I'm fine. What that changes in me for that tiny moment, but it's one moment, and another moment, and another. So a combination, to sum it up, right? Conglomeration of moments. And also for the other person. For the other person, what that might change in their life. Maybe they're having a bad day. They're sad about something, or they're going through a difficult phase in their life. And with that tiny smile, you change maybe only a moment. But one moment is better than 0 moments, right? So that's one thing. Appreciation of the small things. And I want to get better at that as well. To find it, you know? But not by actively looking for it, but being open, presenting yourself open to the world and life. And the other two things are actually a combination, because dogs and humans are also part of nature. But I mean, appreciation of nature, the love for nature, what it can give you for your health, bodily and also mentally. And for me, it's the number one example. It opens up my creativity, being me, being fully me, whether it's right now talking to the camera, to you, to me, to him, or to somebody else, being here on a hike with another person or with a group, with somebody, and sharing that love for nature and connection to nature. And the third thing, actually the part of it, my love for dogs. How amazing they are, huh? So, and I want to say goodbye like this. You as well, right? You want to say goodbye? Yeah. And then we going out, leaving the forest, finishing the hike. Exactly. So the third point, man, you cannot imagine how much that means to me. Him and yeah, dogs in general, really. They showed me a totally different side of life, you know, with their love, with their unconditional love and appreciation of me as a person. If you treat them well, like what I mentioned, if you treat nature well, if you treat the universe well, your next door neighbor, right? And that's also a big part, the faith, how that plays a role, but more on that next time. For now, I think I talked enough. I leave it as that. And as I mentioned in the last video, I hope you take something from it. Maybe just one moment or one image. Maybe you just love dogs. Don't look at me, look at him. So, peace out. I wish you everyone a healthy and nice day, and see you soon.